Over the last several years, many artificial intelligence-based education tools have emerged as being really helpful for students to better learn content or for educators to create content for students. Today, we're going to talk about one tool that allows people, in this case educators, to create songs based on content, classroom content. These are AI generated songs. They are created on the fly and they can be about anything. So the tool we're going to look at today is called Suno, and you can see up here at the top, it's at suno.com. Let me show you briefly the pricing before we jump into how to actually use this. So what we can see here is on the free plan, you do have to create an account in order to use this, but it can be any Google account that you would like to sign up under. And you can see that you have multiple things you can do under the free plan, and that's all I use. You have 50 credits a day, which is about 10 songs. That's pretty good. You cannot use it for commercial use. Of course, we're using it for education use. And you can see a few other things that you may or may not use. So it's enough to get us started to see if this might be helpful to use in the classroom. And again, the idea here is to build a song based on content from your classroom or things that the students have already learned or they're about to learn, or to practice something that you are helping them to learn in the classroom. So this is meant to be an educational song, and it could be just kind of a fun song too. But all the same, that will allow you to create your own personalized music. So let me go ahead and get in and show you a little bit around Suno and actually how a large language model like ChatGPT or Gemini can help you with this process. Now, once you create your account in Suno, you'll see a menu just like this over to the left, and you can see I have a library, so there are songs I've created in the past. I can play them from here. I can also edit or remix them. I also have options to share from here. So you can see I have all sorts of things in here, from this is about multiplication tables to a book, The Big Friendly Giant, to the water cycle, and so on. Lots of different topics in here. So if you are ready to create a song, you will come over here to create. Now from here you can see you can either add in your own lyrics or just give it a prompt. I'd like it to be about this topic. Then you can choose your style. How would you like the music to come out? And you have all sorts of different options here that you can type in here and decide what you want that to look like. Again, you could kind of roll the dice and just give it a topic. But what I want to show you is you can create your own lyrics that can be added over here into the lyrics area. So if we come over to, I'm going to choose ChatGPT, but it can really be anything that, any large language model like Gemini or ChatGPT, Claude, they can help you with something like this. So I'm going to grab a prompt to help me to create these lyrics. So let me go ahead and copy and paste the prompt in here so that we can get started. Okay, so you can see here, I have a prompt in here. I'm creating an AI song in Suno for my students. Write song lyrics about certain subject, whatever grade level they are. I have in here a little bit of context. The lyrics should include a catchy chorus and meaningful verses that reflect the theme and are engaging. Keep the language simple and age appropriate. The song should be about 2 minutes in length. So let me go ahead and fill in my spots here with some specifics. Okay, I chose continent and oceans for 3rd grade students. Obviously, you could adjust the grade level or the topic. So let's see what ChatGPT comes back with. The part about the 2 minutes in length will help us when we transfer it over into Suno. Okay, so we've got a first verse here. We've got a chorus. We've got a second verse, a chorus, third verse, and a bridge, and a final chorus. Okay, so we could certainly adjust this. I'm going to take this as is. I'm going to copy it. Let's say we liked how it was. And if we didn't, of course, we could ask for a second version of this just by saying, can I have a second version? And it will do that for us. If we weren't wild about the first, we can certainly have a second and see which one we liked. All right, we'll keep the first, but I wanted to show you you could certainly modify. All right, we'll come back over to Suno, and in our lyrics area, we're going to go ahead and paste. I may take out these emojis just so it doesn't get too confused here, and we can certainly edit inside of here as well if we wanted to. This is just preliminary, and again, we could have put in the topic of just continents and oceans and let it decide how it wanted to, what the actual lyrics were going to be. Okay, so in our style here, we can put anything we want in here. I'm just going to leave this pretty generic, and I'm going to say, make this suitable for elementary students. Make this catchy and easy to understand. And again, if you wanted this to feel more like a rap, you could do that. You could say you want it to be more in a country kind of style. You can do anything you want. So I'll go ahead and hit create, and I'll pause and let this actually load, so then I'll show you what the songs sound like. Okay, now I want to explain, we actually ended up with 4 songs. So what Suno does is it'll create 2 variations within your free plan. Then it shows you if you want to upgrade and use version 5 of this, we're on 4.5 here, then what could that sound like? And they give you just a 1-minute kind of version of that one. So we'll stick with these 2 here and see what you think. So here's the first one that it gave us, and I clicked on this little pencil just to rename it. And it's simple. You just click right on it and rename it, and just so that I could see in my library what it was about. All right, so we'll go ahead and play this. And you can see, I'll start that back over again. And it follows our verses completely. Okay, and here's the second one. And again, it's going to follow exactly what we said we wanted the lyrics to be. And you get the idea. We could jump ahead down here if you wanted. All right, I actually like this one, the second one. So just so you know, from here, you can actually choose to share it out. You could put it anywhere that you wanted students to listen to it or to study with it or introduce them to a unit or a topic or whatever. So that's the gist of Suno. It is pretty simple. If I click on my library here, you will see that all of my content, including the things I just created, are all inside of here that I can come back to and again edit or share them out or anything. So the trick here is to go to create. This was our old creation, so I'll start over. Give it a topic or specific lyrics that a ChatGPT or a Gemini or something can help you with. Give it a style and then tell it to create for you. So hopefully this can be a tool that will be fun for students, and you can allow content to be put to music, and maybe it'll help them to remember things a little bit better or to help them to understand a bit better. So suno.com is where you'd want to go.